I'm in such good spirits at this moment in time. As you can see on the camera, I've got a lovely guest here who's come all the way up to come and see me, which is a surprise, and a pleasant surprise, I must say. We've enjoyed our day together.
We have, I have.
And so I'd like to welcome very much a channel favourite, Nanny Robinson. How are you doing, Nanny?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, yeah. It's absolutely brilliant for you to come up. Thank you very much. Can I just ask, because there is more of a reason, as for, coming to have engaging conversation, what are the other reasons regarding you coming up to see me here today?
Initially, it started off as my absolute fear of technology. I'm a technophobe, as many of you know. I've said it many times. And I've been putting things on my Nanny Robinson Facebook page. And I've actually dabbled in the realms of doing videos. And they're not working out very well. And people are sort of coming back and saying, I can't hear you, and I don't know what's wrong. I don't know how to sort it out and put it right. And I have a couple of articles that I wanted to record and some poems that I wanted to put on. And I thought, well, there's no point in putting them on if people can't hear them. So I turned to Phil to find out if he could help me or point me in a direction. And from that, we've organised that I come up to see him, spend the day with him, do some recording that Phil's going to work on and edit and make look pretty.
I'll try. I'll certainly try.
And he will probably put them on YouTube at some stage, or get them back to me to put on my page. We haven't worked out how we're going to do it yet, but he's my technical guy, because I really am hopeless.
The information that you always put out, Nana, is always loved. Not just by me, but by many, many people. So when you asked me, I did not hesitate. I'm thinking, you know what, I would love to do it. Technologically, I totally understand where you're at.
I'm just hopeless, always have been.
You're not the only one, and in certain ways, I still very much am. What I've found personally over the past couple of weeks, necessity has bred invention. So it's forced me to look into certain techniques, looking into video editing. So in a way, when you give me that proposal, you couldn't have hit me at a better time, really. And it's material to actually get my teeth into. It's somewhat of a challenge as well. So going back to your Facebook, Nanny, since you've started, how do you feel your Facebook has progressed? And what
I've got a few regular supporters that listen to what I've got to say. I've tried to do different things. I've tried to put some information together on different subjects. It might be immigration, it might be the EU, and I've tried to do it as a video that will draw people in and make them sort of listen more, because what I did find was that people respond more to a video than they do to if I put it on as text onto the page. So that made me, as you were saying, it sort of forces you into doing things. It forced me into doing some videos, some of which have been okay, others that I've recorded in exactly the same way don't work. But they're not consistently not working. You know, sometimes some people can hear it fine, and others say I can't hear it. So I got to the stage where I thought, well, there's no point in me putting any more videos up, because I'm just literally talking to myself if nobody can hear me. What I've tried to bring to the page is relevant information for things that are happening. And obviously Tommy Robinson at the moment is a main topic of discussion. And I've also used some videos and some input from other people that have private messaged me, to put information up on my Nanny Robinson page. It's not all about what I'm putting up, it's how other people view the situation.
So it's like an aggregate site as well?
Yeah, I don't do a lot. I mean, people don't send me volumes of stuff, and I appreciate that people do engage with me in that way. But running the page isn't my main objective. I just want to get some information out to people in a way that people can relate to, hopefully. And you know, without boring them.
Do you think you're having an effect?
I'm having an effect in that people do listen to what I say. I know this from turning up at demonstrations and the number of people that come up and say hello to me. They recognise me, which means they've listened or seen me, which is good. My only concern with that is that these are people that are already awake.
The echo chamber.
The echo chamber. And it's brilliant, it's good, because you know, not everybody's at the same level of understanding or research. So, you know, I can probably bring some new information to some of them. But what I try to do within my page is, if I get negative comments, they're the people that I try to engage with, because we're already awake. We know what's going on. We know what the agenda is. We know what the government's objective is, and it's not nice.
It's a perception bender, isn't it? Because that's what you're here for, to bend the perception back to how it should be. Now, us sitting here talking about putting the world to right is brilliant, but if we're both on a kind of an informed level, we're not actually doing anything. It's getting someone off the street who's totally politically, financially illiterate to then wake them up to maybe want them to either look into things or maybe step up and start saying things.
Yeah.
Either way, they're the people.
It's trying as well to, and I don't mean this to sound as though I'm, you know, sort of some kind of Wonder Woman, but it's trying to empower other people to have the courage to step up. Now, whether that's by way of going to demonstrations or perhaps doing their own writing or videos or getting their points of view across, but not just to the echo chamber. We need to get the message out further than that. Don't know how we do it.
That was going to be my next question.
I never have the answers. I have lots of questions, but I never have the answers. One of the posts that I put up had a lot of views and a lot of shares, and I think it's the sharing that opens up the spectrum of who we target and who gets to see it. Because the one that had a lot of views, and I think it was something like 97,000 views, was being shared a lot. And it was hitting people that wouldn't normally be looking at the things that we're looking at. And I know that because I was getting the negative comments. Right,
they were hitting back and almost triggering.
And, you know, and it was those people that I was trying to engage with, to, you know, to sort of talk to, and, you know, instead of just calling me a name, why don't you look at why I'm saying what I'm saying? You know, because what I'm saying has got validity. You know, we do have concerns. We're not being allowed to talk about them. You know, you can't just brand somebody with a name and think you've won an argument. You know, talk to me. And, you know, I've sort of batted backwards and forwards with a few of them. Sometimes you get the feeling that maybe they have gone away and taken some of it on board. They're not going to take it all on board because we're in this world now where there is black and white and there is no grey in the middle. There's no coming together. There's no, you know, well, yeah, you might have a point there.
Yeah.
You know, you've got the other side.
It's stark lines now, isn't it?
I don't understand it. The art of debate, the art of...
Hegelian dialectic, it's that toxified now. You can't actually extrapolate the truth from it because it's just mixed up all over the place.
And, you know, and as I say, you know, people are straight away on the attack. You know, they don't want to hear what you're saying. They just want to attack it. And, you know, I will listen to other people's points of view. And I will, if I think they're right, I'll concede and say, yeah, I agree with you on that, or I don't agree with you on that, or, you know, but for goodness sake, talk. You know, we're not talking. The country is not talking.
We can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
It's like people don't want to do that now. It's not, no, I'm not going to agree to disagree. I'm going to hate you because of your views.
And this is what happens, even within, let's call it the movement, you know, the people that have already stuck their heads above the parapet, you know, they've, you know, made their faces and their names known. I've seen so much on Facebook recently where we're just attacking our own. And I don't get it. I really don't get it. Are we not all fighting for the same thing? Are we not all trying to beat the same problem? Are we not all trying to get the message to our government, because this is where the problem stems, that the people have had enough? But if we're going to keep fighting amongst ourselves, well, that's your energy gone, isn't it?
You've got no energy to fight.
Siamese fighting fish, fascinating creatures. Brave, but on the whole stupid. Yes, they're stupid. Except for the occasional one such as we have here, who lets the other two fight while he waits. Waits until the survivor is so exhausted that he cannot defend himself. And then, like Spectre, he strikes.
You're not fighting the real enemy. And it's, I'm quite shocked really at some of the things that have been going on within the movement recently, and it needs to stop. And I don't take sides. I don't take sides with anybody, but people need to think about the bigger picture. And that's me lecturing now.
Well,
I'm
no,
sorry, but
if you can't come together on a topic like this, then what chance have you got externally with people who have got no
Different
political, sway towards your thinking anyway? These are people that politically are on your side in some regards.
Yeah.
Now,
it makes me want to sort of throw my hands up and say, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah.
Why am I putting my name and my face out there?
Yeah.
Because I could be the next person, in the barrel that gets kicked.
Yeah.
I lose heart when I see the infighting, and it happens politically. You've got For Britain won't talk to UKIP, UKIP won't talk to For Britain.
I think that's the point, Carol. I think everything that is so partisan at this moment in time that people are getting really picky now. Well, I'm not following that march because that march, they follow UKIP. Well, I'm not going there because Anne-Marie Waters is there. Oh, well, I'm not going there because Tony Bugle's doing that. And it's like,
I know.
What's going on?
Ultimately, we're all singing from the same hymn sheet, or we started off singing from the same hymn sheet.